So many of us don't take lunch at home. In my dream, I want to be a doctor. I always get confused why people die. And to me, I don't want to die. So I want to become a doctor to get that cure which makes people die.
I'm from Kisumu, but I study in Nairobi. Currently, I'm in my grandmother's house, so we are living with her for the period I'm here for holiday. The green garden has helped her so much because initially it wasn't there, and according to her state, she's getting to old age, and there are so many things that come with old age. So she used to be so much stressed and just walking around, but currently she can be busy in the greenhouse and just take care of the plants that are there.
The kind of children we have here, they come from very difficult backgrounds. Most of them are orphans due to the HIV and AIDS epidemic that hit us so hard. Most of their parents died, the mothers died, the fathers died. We have some children who come from child-headed families.
And it is a very serious situation for the young people. When it comes to the issue of economic empowerment, again, that's a big challenge. Because if you don't get a job, then it means you cannot survive. And once you cannot survive, the young men will tend to get into crime.
Il grande problema nella scuola in Africa è prima di tutto la povertà. E quando la scuola riesce a trovare un aiuto alimentare, questo diventa un passo in più.
Ci siamo resi conto che nella scuola di Ragumo aveva delle grosse difficoltà di reperimento del cibo e del pranzo per i bambini.
Ragumo Primary School is a mixed day school. Mixed meaning we have boys and girls. We take children from 4 years old, the younger ones, and the older ones, some are even up to 17 years.
Abbiamo così deciso di intervenire a favore di questa scuola che ci è rimasta e ci è entrata nel cuore, offrendo loro un supporto alimentare che potesse offrire quotidianamente un pasto per tutti i bambini studenti della scuola.
Mostly in that area, the children are never sure of any meal. And therefore, the main thing that has brought them to school is to ensure that they get a meal, they perform.
Has really enhanced the performance, academic performance of the children in this school. Our result has shot up. We in fact, when we did a national exam last year and the previous year, we were position 2 in the whole of Ragumo zone, which is our zone, which has 18 public schools, and that is not a very easy thing to get because we barely have enough books. The children don't even have electricity at home to study in the night. They use candles or those weak lanterns, the small lamps. So they are struggling and they are working hard.
Quando abbiamo iniziato c'eravamo soltanto 150 bambini e poi adesso ce l'abbiamo 585 bambini.
The women who come in the project are mostly widows, so those who have lost their husbands and are living alone, taking care of their children and grandchildren. We also have a few of them who may have their husbands but are very needy. Their husbands are old or sick, and so no one takes care of them.
La problematica maggiormente riscontrata nei nostri studi di fattibilità sul contesto rurale della città di Kisumu è stata quella di la presenza di una cultura chiamata levirato, che nella comunità Lu è molto presente e ancora molto frequente, ossia le donne rimaste vedove sono obbligate dalla comunità a sposare e a ricongiungersi con parenti del defunto marito. Le donne che non accettano questa condizione e scelgono di proseguire il loro percorso da sole sono emarginate dalla società. La maggior parte delle donne qui nella comunità di Kisumu, nella comunità Luo di Kisumu, ha circa 4 o 5 figli di media a nucleo familiare, che sono bambini orfani e anche figli biologici.
Here in Kisumu area, we are trying to train and empower women who are widows majorly, how they can sustain their lives without begging to each other. So after taking them the classes in theoretical course, we try to go with them under practical lessons.
Per cui abbiamo deciso di intervenire a favore della formazione professionale per sviluppare le loro capacità in agricoltura, per far sì che migliorando queste loro capacità potessero aumentare la produzione e inserirsi nel mercato locale.
Right on the demonstration farm, from here we can still go to their own farms and we teach them how things are being done agriculturally, to try how they can increase their lifestyle, they can improve on it.
Yeah, in Kisumu I live with my grandmother and my sister. Sometimes my sister goes to Nairobi to study and we remain too with my grandmother. Yeah, I feel good with living with my grandmother in Kisumu. The greenhouse has helped us a lot, me and my grandmother and my sister. First we started with the tomatoes. The tomatoes help us a lot. We sold the tomatoes, we used some money to pay fees for my sister. I also paid my fees. I was still in secondary school. Yeah, the money that remained, we started the business of the chicken. Yeah.
She's happy, so she's not idling or she's not feeling stressed the way she used to when the green garden was not there.
I see the life of my grandmother has changed because before we had the greenhouse, my grandmother was somehow stressed. Yeah, she was idle. Yeah, she used just to walk to her friends. But now with the greenhouse, I see she has been busy in the greenhouse every time. She has no time for idolatry. Yeah, she's not idle.
She has really done a lot to make us happy, and she's always trying her best to bring whatever is required, especially food to the table, and even she has done a lot to bring us up.
I always wake up at 6, rarely at 5 a.m. But most of the time I wake up at 6 and I wash my face. When I wake up at 5 a.m., sometimes I study up to 6 but it is very difficult sometimes because I feel sleepy. Many of us don't take lunch at home, and so they get easy time to take lunch at school. I live with my brother and my father. At first I stayed with my grandmother, but since she passed away, now I stay with my father and my brother. About my mother, he passed away in 2010 when I was still a little boy. And up to now I don't know his face, but I know she will always guide me to the right way.
L'educazione è un strumento per la trasformazione di qualsiasi persona in Africa. Le donne stanno bene nella società e l'educazione dei bambini, la base della società è forte e con la forte base nella società si può fare la trasformazione di qualsiasi società.
I want to study and to graduate and get a good job and fulfill her desires.
I've applied for a school, an engineering course in Kisumu Polytechnic, and I hope to study that course as soonest.
I always get confused because some people grow until they become old and then they die. So I always think of what makes them die. If it is their heart functioning which has stopped, then I can find a way of replacing that heart. So I always get confused why people die. And to me, I don't want to die. So I want to become a doctor to get that cure which makes people die.